In a DOTA2 League, a Tier 1 group. This is the second game of the best of 3 between BirdGang and Zephyr Dota. My name is Whiplash, casting for SportsTV here in the studio live from Korea. So thank you all for tuning in. And if you have any feedback or suggestions on how I can improve my broadcasting, you can go ahead and send me a message on Twitter, or I guess you could also use the Twitch I guess Twitch messaging system as well. I'm a VT Whiplash in the chat, by the way, for those of you wondering. I occasionally pop in and say hi and read stuff to the best of my ability, but can't always do that during the matches when there's a lot to talk about. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad that you think I got swag, Crooks. But let's go ahead and enough about me. Let's talk about the important things. Zephyr, BirdGang, bans, picks. Dazzle, #1 for BirdGang. And the Dazzle pick worked out extremely well for Zephyr in game #1. It was handled by Purge. We'll see how this hero is dealt with in game #2. Oh my god, this is gonna be ugly. I've seen Zephyr when they get the pick, Nyx Assassin and Slark. You basically just gave Zephyr 2 extremely good heroes that they are very comfortable with. This is going to most likely be Corey on the Slark safe lane, position 1. Eosin off lane, not Eosin, Bambo off lane. We could see the Nyx get played in a support role, but this hero is just really kind of moving more towards the off lane role as of late. Bambo looking pretty confident and happy, and I would be especially after that previous game. He had a great game on the Clinks. He made an amazing recovery, got a lot of farm despite not an amazing start. BirdGang revealing their supports early on with the Dazzle and a lot of Disable using the Bane. Team Purple so far versus Team Brownish, I guess. I know Slark is blue, but well, his outfit's kind of brown. I didn't really discuss the bans too much. Ancient Apparition, a pretty obvious removal from BirdGang. And they also kind of take out the Visage from the pool. Corey looking pretty calm and relaxed. This is the natural state of a Corey. And he has been just tearing it up with the Ember Spirit and the Life Stealer. And of course, other bans. The Puck being removed. BirdGang does not like to play against Puck, apparently. A surprise, though, that we don't have a Storm Spirit ban. Zephyr has removed the Ember Spirit, though, and making sure that the Invoker doesn't slip through the pool as well. I believe we've seen Invoker banned every game as a first ban, so we won't be seeing him. Doom is well removed from the pool. Mirana, Zephyr don't want to see that hero. I don't really hate fighting against that hero as well because it forces your team to buy so much more dust and sentries than you normally would want to. Purge looking pretty good on the Dazzle last game. Played it quite well. Another Shadow Demon, though, for Zephyr Dota. I mean, BirdGang, they're giving Zephyr as many comfortable picks as possible. BirdGang has picked up a Bat Rider, but really, I mean, the Bat Rider for them was okay last game, but it just didn't feel like it really made the biggest impact as far as the match went. Ooh. All right, so Zephyr Dota, they're going with the Nature's Prophet as the 4th pick. Well, not Nature's Prophet, Death Prophet, excuse me. They're still prophets. One's of nature, and the other's of death. So I guess you could say they're kind of polar opposites in a way. Death Prophet summons a lot of dead things, or dead-like things, and Nature's Prophet summons trees and shoots around bolts of nature lightning, I suppose. Look at Blitz, man. He's just been playing Storm Spirit. Are they going to give him the Storm Spirit? I guess they're not because of the Death Prophet pickup, but it wasn't banned out, so it shows that BirdGang is not afraid to play against that. Another unconventional pick from BirdGang. They grab the Centaur Warrunner. This is an interesting hero, the grab up. We've been seeing him get picked up a little bit in the Western scene, and I believe the Chinese scene as well. But this is I believe the first time he's made his appearance in Korean Dota. Tenbird deep in thought. And he just looks really stressed out about this match. And also this means that Zephyr, they're going to be 0-4 if they lose this game against, or BirdGang will be 0-4 if they lose this match against Zephyr. Zephyr Dota even banning out the Storm Spirit as their final ban. Not afraid to get rid of those heroes. MP getting a lot of his hero pool removed with the Invoker and the Doom. I guess they have the Night Stalker available, but I imagine they'll pick someone that's good against the Death Prophet. Maybe a Viper pickup would be good. I would enjoy seeing the Viper mid. Eosin and Purge showing that they can pretty much cover the support roles quite evenly between them. They don't have certain go-to heroes. They're comfortable, you know, but either of them will go Sand King or Dazzle or Shadow Demon. It doesn't really matter. But Zephyr Dota, they're looking for their last support most likely, unless they go for a weird offlaner. But I think with the Slark and the Death Prophet, they do have enough cores against what BirdGang has currently. They should be okay. So I do imagine they want a final support around their lineup. Earthshaker's the last ban. That is a hero I definitely think could work well in Zephyr's lineup. They're already going to have a decent time against the Bat Rider as well, thanks to the Nyx Assassin. There's a Lion, Venge are in the pool. Crystal Maiden as well could be picked up. A Crystal Maiden Purge, very possible. Crystal Maiden has fallen off a lot in the competitive scene very recently, though. I guess with heroes like Dazzle and Ancient Apparition being picked up more often, not a total surprise. But at the end of the day, Dota is a very metagame-based and trendy-based game as far as the competitive scene goes. Nature's Prophet. So Zephyr Dota, this is going to be a support Nyx Assassin. The question is, are they going to give Bambo a 1v1 lane and offensive try? I guess only time will tell. And Zephyr did do an offensive try lane last game. They could do it again this game. Nature's Prophet versus the Bat Rider. I'm sure Bambo will be totally cool with that lineup. And Shadow Demon will be the last pick for BirdGang. I did spot MP picking up that hero, the normal mid laner for BirdGang. So it looks like more back to the more traditional roles. Tenbird out of the mid, MP going back into his normal role. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for more Korean Dota 2 action. Zephyr Dota versus BirdGang best of 3. Zephyr are up 1-0. My name is Whiplash, broadcasting from Seoul, Korea. Let's go ahead, move into the match. BirdGang already smoked up. Of course, this is a Tier 1 match, best of 3, set 2. Zephyr are leading 1-0. And BirdGang smoked up. The tree's going to not see them. The smoke is finished, though. So it looks like just very aggressive and invasive warding as far as the jungle goes. Slark is heading towards the bottom lane, so this could be a tri lane. Look at this, though. This is very, very aggressive from BirdGang. They are all hiding in the trees. They're waiting. They're looking Will they see this hero? Yeah, indeed they do. Uh-oh, this is bad for Aosin. Can he get the spike carry place in time? Yeah, there's no saving him. First blood to Tenbird on the Centaur. BirdGang, they are not holding back, playing dirty, using any trick in the book to stay in this game. And they've also placed some good wards to kind of prevent a few creep spawns as well. So it looks like this War Runner will be played in the position 1 role. And as an offensive tri-lane, there's a lot of offensive potential as well from BirdGang. So I could totally see this working there. They're going to have an easy setup for the Centaur Stomp with the Nightmare. Uh-oh, Purge. He's already in trouble. This could be another early kill. And, oh, holy crap, Aosin with the clutch. But it doesn't matter. Stun or no clutch stun, it's still another death for Zephyr. I don't think Corey's going to get the lane that he wants this game. It's going to be up to Nature's Prophet to make something happen. As well, Blitz, the Death Prophet, amazing in team fights, amazing at pushing towers in one-on-one situations, but, I mean, when you put him up against a hard carry late game, if you don't have a lot of survivability on her, maybe not the #1 pick to use. But the lanes are certainly favoring BirdGang a lot more this time around than they did last game. Oh, a little bit of damage on the Corey, trying to slow him down. He pounces away, or leaps away, I suppose.
다이어의 하부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
In the mid lane, things are looking pretty even between the Death Prophet and the Shadow Demon. I'm sure Shadow Demon, as soon as he gets a few more souls online, he'll be able to do a lot more last hitting. But for the time being, Blitz is actually ahead 10-5 last hits. And Death Prophet, not a hero we see Blitz on too often. MP getting a little bit of farm. He does have the money for a bottle, so he's going to go ahead, get that. It'll be transported to him on that nice little courier. And Bambo taking some fire. He loves that early claws of attack item, or blades of attack, on his Nature's Prophet, kind of signature of his. Corey, though, owning up the 5 last hits. Centaur, though, 8-2, so it's not like this lane is going terribly well either way. I think it's going to come down to these mid lanes making something happen. Stun hits Tenbird. The Stomp, though, follow-up on Purge. And he just goes down. The DPS available to BirdGang, the burst they have, as well as the setup potential. This offensive tri-lane is really doing a number on Zephyr. I feel like Zephyr should have tried to dodge this lane. It's just too much burst, too much survivability, too much disable. So as we approach the 4-minute mark, BirdGang up 3-0. Zephyr are trying to find a little bit of farm, but not doing too amazing, except for the mid lane. Blitz is doing pretty solidly there against the Shadow Fiend, at least for the time being. Febby just kind of babysitting this rune, making sure that the Shadow Fiend can get it if he wants. And Purge actually rotating towards the top lane. Maybe they're going to try to get a gank on JYU, but it does not happen. And they decided to leave the Slark high and dry, as he's now sitting in the bottom lane alone. Essentially just leeching experience at this point, but oh my, it looks like Batrider got a little too aggressive. Unfortunately missed the camera shot, but he did fall. I have noticed that Zephyr, it seems like they do oftentimes give up first blood, or they kind of die a few times early on to just being out of position or early ganks from the opposing team. But after that, their experience and teamwork, and of course, who could forget their friendship, kind of, bringing them back into the game shortly afterward. But BirdGang still have an advantage as far as the game is concerned. But then again, it's only 5 minutes into the match. Anything can happen. Febby just chilling in the jungle with the Shadow Demon. Are they going to rotate towards top or just head back towards the middle? That's the question. Centaur and Nature's Prophet are getting a pretty even amount of farm. The Shadow Demon not too far behind the Death Prophet, so he's already managed to kind of even up things. I mean, he's a hero that can flash fire Sexy Bambo. If he gets hit with the Nightmare, that's probably going to be a death. Oh, wait. Is it? It may not actually be a death. There's a lot of DPS on him, and he uses his wand charge. The flame is good enough to kill him, but it's a trade. As Sexy Bambo, holy crap. He's dead. He buys back, actually. A flame break. Gets the trees, though. JYU, down he goes. That was a well-used buyback. Very nicely timed by Sexy Bambo. Something that I believe experience can only teach you. A Centaur War Runner has about 2,000 gold. I imagine that he's moving into a very fast Blink Dagger. I don't see him going for anything else at this point. BirdGang, they have a very nice early game team. They want to be aggressive. Zephyr, though, I mean, with the Death Prophet, they can fight at all stages of the game. They have mobility with Bambo. Nice Molotov hitting a lot of those heroes. And are they going to save the tower? Are they going to go for it? The tower looks to be in deny range ever so slightly. And yeah, this is most likely going to be denied. Yep. MP gets it. I feel like Zephyr could have certainly gotten that last tower if they communicated a little bit better, but they didn't really do it. There's your Blink Dagger that I was looking for on the Centaur. And it looks like Corey's rotated towards the top to get a little bit of farm. But still, only 14 last hits. He is not in the best of condition. Now rotating towards top. Blink, stun, blitz, hit as well. But in comes the disruption to keep him around for a little bit longer. Lasso on blitz. Can he survive? A little bit of a whiff from Aosin. Febby, he's being kept alive, but Bambo moves in. Another hit or two. Down he goes. Tenbird low on health. Stun from Aosin. And Bambo getting 2 hits. 2 kills, excuse me. Still a very favorable trade. 3-2. Losing. Well, I guess they do lose Blitz, but they do manage to pick off the core for BirdGang. A double damage rune in the top lane. It's going to get grabbed and bottled up by the Shadow Demon. Shadow Fiend, excuse me. Lore-wise, they are kind of related, though. They reside in hell and stuff. BirdGang, they have a Smoke Ink just primed and waiting. Unfortunately, this is still not a level 6 Bane, and that's going to make these ganks a lot weaker. It's still strong, mind you, but it's not what it could be. And Corey has grabbed his power tread, so at least getting a little bit of farm. Bambo having a pretty good time. He's 3-1, and just moments away from getting that coveted hand of Midas. And then I would imagine that Zephyr, they have a pretty push-heavy lineup. They can go late game if they want. I would imagine BirdGang has a bit more of a favorable late game, but Zephyr with the power of the Nature's Prophet as well as the Death Prophet, the 2 prophets, they do have a good amount of pushing power at their disposal. BirdGang getting the work on the bottom tower all at the same time. Bambo, he can try to the tree JYU, but the fire's just going to take that down, so not a huge point in doing that. All right. Zephyr throwing out the fortification to buy some time for their bottom tower. It looks like they're going to get the top one pretty handily. And Blitz secures that. Actually, BirdGang, they haven't killed the bottom tower yet. Will we see some TP rotations from Zephyr? That's the real question. They're all up top. And, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. BirdGang, they run away like a dog with its tail between its legs. Just getting out of there. Shadow Fiend, despite being 1-0 and 65 last hits, he is moving into a very fast Black King bar. JYU still lacking the Blink Dagger. I do imagine that is his next item. Alias has his bottle and some boots. This Dazzle's looking pretty good. Yeah, he has three kills to his name. But still just support items. Uh-oh. He may actually solo Sexy Bambo. But in the trees, wow, that was I don't know. That felt like a bit of a mistake. He could have at least healed himself next to the Dazzle, or next to the Nature's Prophet, and done a good amount of damage. I guess it's not happening. Forward blink from 10 Bird. Is the DPS good enough? Maybe, yeah. Very, very well executed gank from BirdGang. So the Centaur doing a great job at initiation. But I do want to correct myself. As I look at BirdGang's lineup, they do kind of fall off later on in the match compared to Zephyr. Corey's going to get really big on the Slark eventually. And Death Prophet's always annoying to handle late game. And I mean, there's a Nature's Prophet available as well. So I guess Zephyr do have a bit more of a favorable engagement there. Final Tier 1 tower under attack for BirdGang. And the question is, can they defend it? They're also pushing Zephyr's Tier 1 tower at the same time. The fortification is forced out. And very nice forward blink, Sexy Bambo. Not a chance in hell to survive that attack. Aosin, a little bit of juking, but they do get the kill on JYU, and this is going to delay his Blink Dagger once again. We had a Blink Dagger online 9 minutes into the match for BirdGang last game. And this time it's just not happening, but they are doing pretty good in the tower department. Well, actually, never mind. They only killed one tower off, but they did get a deny, I believe, on 2 of them, and they did get that last hit on the bottom one. But still, 13 minutes into the match, 6-9. Zephyr treading behind BirdGang slightly. I wouldn't say BirdGang has a big advantage, but they certainly are ahead. Not by much, though, but they are a little bit ahead. They're making their initiation work with Tembird on the Centaur. He's been able to blink forward and get a lot of damage out for his team. I mean, if you look at him, he has 7 assists. So being involved in all but 2 of these team fights. It looks like Shadow Blade in the works for Sexy Bambo. And finally there's the Blink Dagger for that poor. Well, hold on. Febby. Not gonna get killed. Aosin, actually, he's in a lot of trouble. This is an overextension from him. Forcing out the spikes. But yeah, too much burst damage. I think Zephyr need to start team fighting. They're getting picked off way too easily by this lineup from BirdGang. And they're giving their opponents the advantage just by being caught out in the open a little bit too much. Slark's got his drums. And the Black King bar is now in the possession of the Shadow Fiend. Let's not
다이어의
forget
중부
that.
포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Oh, lasso hits Purge, or hits Blitz, trying to run away, but he gets Fiend gripped, and yeah, that's just too much for Purge to handle. Once again, Zephyr, man, they're making a lot of critical mistakes, I feel. Their hero's getting caught out of position, and this means that BirdGang is most likely going to get a pretty easy Roshan. Well, Sky, he's getting chain stun, actually has to be careful. He doesn't want to die. I'm just like waiting for Sky to get bashed like one too many times and die. But it does look like Roshan will fall to the likes of BirdGang, so picking up an early Aegis, definitely nice. And it does look like MP will pick up the Aegis.
다이어의 하부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
And as far as net worth goes, he is pretty far ahead. Bambo's behind him by a decent amount. And he even has Midas. And Dazzle as well, picking up a Medallion of Courage, adding on even more negative armor to his team. So add that in with the Shadow Fiend and his negative armor aura.
다이어의 중부 포탑이
BirdGang does have a
공격받고
lot of physical damage at their disposal. Holy crap, even Shadow Fiend picking up a Blink Dagger, and there is something I learned recently. The more daggers you have on your team, the better they become. Because instead of one person blinking in and initiating, you have 3 people blinking in, and that's 2 follow-ups following the initiation. It's hard to deal with. And even a gym is purchased by BirdGang. Who's gonna pick it up though and hold it? Looks like Bat Rider will be the recipient for that gem. Uh-oh, Zephyr. He is in a big amount of trouble. MP, though, tries to get his ultimate up. Very nice clutch silence from the Death Prophet. And BirdGang in full retreat. The rest of Zephyr is on the other side of the map, trying to do a little bit of split pushing. Bambo will run away.
다이어의 하부 포탑이
Eosin.
있습니다.
Oh, can he escape in time? No, actually. Does he cancel that, or? I think he got stunned then. I thought he would escape, but it wasn't enough. So BirdGang Zephyr not looking too hot. They're gonna lose a tier 1 tower. I don't think they can stop this. They have a fortification, but BirdGang, they're way too strong at this stage of the game. And Zephyr, I mean, Corey, he's been farming, but he hasn't done anything else besides that in this game. It's pretty much been a 4v5, I feel. Oh wow, actually, Nature's Prophet Bambo kills off the courier. It's a very nice place by him. He's gonna get the invisibility rune, but the gym pickup, JYU. That gym has been a great investment for BirdGang. It's really allowed them to hold on to their advantage and continue to like just spread it out. BirdGang taking a 4,000 gold advantage and 5,000 experience advantage. I'm not sure what Zephyr's plans are. They need to stop getting picked off. They have to hope for just a really good team fight. Something. The Weave's online. Grabs 3 of their heroes. Look at that. JYJ, he is just waiting. Waiting to drag someone near 10 bird, and then the stomp will come, or other way around. Yeah, it looks like Sexy Bambo doing what Nature's Prophet does best. Split pushing, being an annoyance, and forcing the opposing team to kind of back off and not do pushes where they necessarily want to. Shadow Fiend saving up a good amount of money as well. We could see a Blink Dagger on him too, actually. I wouldn't put it out of the question. Centaur also grabbing the mechanism. So gaining a lot of additional survivability through that. But yeah, as far as BirdGang is concerned, it's Blink Daggers ahoy. Even dust on the Centaur. They want to shut down Eosin, and they're doing a good job at it. About a minute left on the Aegis. BirdGang moving towards the mid lane. Corey is still not really online. He is catching up in farm, but I mean, just still a ways away from making a big impact in the game. A nice jump away. Saw the blink, did not let it happen. Corey is working into a Black King bar from the look of things. That Ogre Club. Oh, Eosin. He gets the hit. It's good, but Febby, is it going to be enough? No, it's not. And then the Fiend's Grip follow-up. Eosin. Oh, this is not looking good. Well, I guess space created. That's what it seems to be, as Bambo doing a little bit of pushing in the bottom lane. And Blitz has managed to pick up Yule's Scepter. Still, Zephyr, they're trying to get these little pickoffs with Eosin, and maybe like someone else coming in like Bambo to help them out, but every time they try it, they don't have the required DPS to make it happen. It does seem to be a little bit of a lull in the action. Currently 22 minutes on the board, 6-14. BirdGang with a great amount of map control and just overall are ahead in almost every way. Eosin, he's gonna die again, I think. Yeah, he has to get out of there. That is just so risky, and he's spotted. Out comes the spike carapace. Corey leaping away, nice stun. Tenbird down the half health. He's survived in the Nightmare for the time being, but is it enough? No, it's not. Zephyr finally getting another kill. BirdGang a little bit overzealous. And all of a sudden, you know what? BirdGang, they are going to be on the retreat. Blitz using his ultimate as well. There's a lot of armor available. Out comes the ultimate from Nevermore. Eosin low on health. Corey, though, he gets the latch. MP falls. Ends his winning streak as well. Oh, and he is Tornado into the air. Down Sky goes. Bambo porting behind the rest of BirdGang, and they've lost 3 members. It looks like it's going to be a 4th and 5th. Are we going to see a team wipe on BirdGang? JYU pops his Invis rune. He's going to blink in Town Portal away, but excellent execution from Team Zephyr, showing that they're still in this match. So that is pretty much the best trade that we've seen from Zephyr as far as this game goes. And wow, the gold graph already creeping up towards middle, or towards even at 0. And Bambo's done a good job at pushing these towers. I believe this tier 2 tower, almost in deny range. Yeah, it's gonna get denied. So no extra gold for Zephyr, but yeah, okay, that's what I thought. They were walking away for a second, but realized that, oh, we need to get rid of that tower. Roshan will be respawning momentarily. Necrobook 2, actually 3, recently purchased by Bambo. The rat is strong in this one, young Padawan. Centaur saving up a lot of money. I guess a heart is next in store for him. Oh, here comes a stun. The rest of Zephyr joining them. Tenbird staying alive, but still latched near Corey. And as well, we're going to have a nice lasso, but Eosin is okay for the time being. Gets a good stun off as well. And out comes the Death Prophet ultimate. Purge in a lot of trouble. Can his wife save him? No. Zephyr down 2 members. 3 members. Oh, wow. What was looking like a great team fight at first for Zephyr turned into a disaster. Oh, Bambo looking. I think he was looking for that courier. Not going to get it. Febby taking some damage from the Necro Minion. But yeah, this tier 2 tower is going to fall, and they may just continue on to the tier 3. They're getting the armor buff and healed up, topped off. Uh-oh, Zephyr, they're in a lot of trouble. Fortification, buying a little bit of time forward. Blink and stop, Tenbird. Disruption, though, keeping Blitz alive for the time being. Forced the Scepter himself into the air for the time being, and away BirdGang goes. They blink away. Smart play, though, from BirdGang. If they stuck around for much longer, I think that fight could have really turned around into Zephyr's favor. But still, the score, it's 11-19. And Sky accidentally using some dust, I believe. Roshan's back in the pit. BirdGang with a good amount of map control. Well, I guess it looks good, but it actually isn't amazing. Bambo's been doing a great job split pushing during the majority of this time. Oh, wow, Butterfly. Recently purchased by MP. So he looks to just be the main damage dealer in these team fights. And Corey, Corey, he has his Black King bar, also a Belt of Strength, interestingly enough. I guess he's going to build a Sanj and then a Yasha. That would be the logical choice. All right, BirdGang starting to go to town on Roshan. While Bambo just does a little bit of split pushing, teleporting home. And I'm not even sure if Zephyr know about this Roshan fight. Yeah, I think they're going to realize it when it's too late. And a smoke follow-up. Zephyr, they're going to have to retreat out of there. All right. Bad Rider looking for a target. Can he get the lasso on Eosin? No, he can't. There's the disruption from Purge, trying to keep him around, but this is not a team fight that's necessarily good. But hold on a second. Corey's in the house, gets one, grabs another. MP, though, he is way deadlier. The Spirits, though, they go through that BKB. Are they going to get Febby? He's low on health. Stun follow-up. Down he goes. 3-for-1 trade. Zephyr still showing that they are a force to be reckoned with when it comes to these team fights. And the later the game goes on, the more dangerous Corey's going to get. BirdGang did a great job at shutting down Corey's farm early on, but he's gotten a lot of space throughout the majority of this game, and he's going to get pretty deadly darn soon. And this looks to be a pretty easy tier 2 tower for Zephyr. I don't see them not taking this. So Tenbird picking up an ultimate orb. He had a lot of money saved up. I suppose he wants to get more stats. I guess a Lincoln Sphere is the next item for this character. Maybe even a Scythe of Vice could be picked up by him, but I wouldn't necessarily see that coming. But we are starting to see a momentum shift. Basher picked up by Corey, so I guess it's not going to be the Sanj and Yasha. This is, I guess, the other common pickup. The Basher will be very useful, especially against MP. And maybe we'll see a Monkey King bar eventually from Corey. They kind of deal with the Shadow Fiend and the evasion chance. MP doing a little bit of flash farming, but actually taken down pretty low thanks to those level 3 Necro minions. But they do give up a lot of gold when you kill them. I would like to see what Sexy Bambo has item-wise. Haven't gotten the check on him in a while. His overall net worth is trailing ever so slightly behind the Shadow Fiend and Blink Dagger for Aosin. That's a nice pickup for Team Zephyr. It's going to give them a good amount of counter initiation as well as initiation power in these fights. Bambo Shadow Blading away. And Tempered actually is not... I guess he's okay health-wise. Yeah, Bambo's not going to go in for a fight. And he has about 4,800 gold saved up. We do have a smoke from Zephyr. They're looking for blood. They want to get somebody, but who can they get? The defensive position from BirdGang, I think, is just a little bit too much. Blitz with a lot of different items to just kind of keep him alive. He has plate mail as well as a health booster. So what is he going to build next? That's the real question. Could go into that Shiva's Assault Cuirass even. Or he could just get a heart. All right, well, BirdGang, I think they've realized it's 32 minutes into the match. Why have we neglected to kill this top tower for so long? Febby. He's in place there. They get a gank off. Actually, the tier 2 tower under attack. Are we going to see some split pushing from Zephyr? Corey's on one side of the map. Nature's Prophet is in the enemy jungle. They're just giving up this tower for free. They don't even care. Okay. And a lot of instant town portals back to home from BirdGang. Yeah, all of them pretty safe back on their side of the map, except for the Shadow Fiend, as well as the Bat Rider. All right, Sexy Bambo, you have 6,000 gold. What are you saving up for? You're not getting a Divine Rapier, I know that. Maybe a Monkey King bar? I'd love to see a sheep on him. Just get some more disable. Aegis will be reclaimed in about 25 seconds, and then Zephyr, they may be itching to do a team fight following up that Aegis kill. Well, so far, despite a very action-packed early game and somewhat action-packed mid-game, well, you know, we're past the 30-minute mark. We're starting to slowly move towards the later stages, and it's just going to come down to the positioning and the team fights. And Bambo may... Oh, very nice. Kills the courier. That is just so annoying to deal with. It's got to be tilting as well. Bambo's got Courier sniping down to his science. He's already done it twice this game. But beyond that, not too much really happening. A little bit more of a passive mid to late game. Okay, so there is a Scythe of Vice. on the Centaur, adding a little bit of extra disable for his team. Okay. JYU looking for somebody to grab if he can get the Nature's Prophet. This is going to be really good, and he gets it. Sexy Bambo, he is one dead Prophet. But at the same time, BirdGang, they're going to lose 2 of their members. Aosin trying to survive MP with the lifesteal, but he is dead, down for the count. Certainly a trade that Zephyr has got to be happy with. And now they're going to move on to the rest of BirdGang. The question is, can they run away? Can they survive? Forward blink, jump by Corey, and the DPS, it's good. Down 3 members of BirdGang go. It's just, despite the kill difference, unfortunate miss on the impale. Febby is being chased. Can Blitz get him? In the air he goes. And there's the silence with the blink away. Oh yeah, it looks like he survives. So excellent jukes from Febby. But man, as the game trudges on, it's just looking worse and worse for BirdGang. For every kill they get, Zephyr get 2 or 3 more. And they're getting close at closing the kill gap at 17-22. So still a slight advantage for BirdGang on that end. But I would say these team fights looking pretty darn solid for Zephyr. Okay. There's a very, very important item for MP to pick up. The Satanic's going to help him out in these team fights. Even with like 3 or 4 members on him, with just normal lifesteal, MP was still doing a great amount of damage and had a good amount of survivability against Zephyr in the last team fight. It's going to be even harder now. Forward blink, but Zephyr, they're around, and JYU, he gets caught by the hooks. He's activated his BKB, though. In comes the rest of both teams. Bambo, is he going to be able to survive the onslaught from the Shadow Fiend? It looks like it. Nice and Bell hitting Tenbird and the creeps. They're kind of stuck all around in the middle lane. Blitz, though, his ultimate, it's going to work, doing a lot of damage. Nature's Prophet does fall. Tenbird is dead, as well as a lot of other heroes from BirdGang. MP, use the Satanic. Can he stay alive, though? There's a lot of disables. It's now 5v1. MP, you're out of here, man. And with that, the gym is taken. That is a full team wipe. Zephyr, they are not only back in this game ahead, they are poised to take the series. I don't know how they do it, man. Well, scratch that, I do know how they do it. The power of friendship. That's how Zephyr keeps winning all of these darn games of theirs. Fortification will only buy time for the soon-to-be dead birds. A nice sweep, though. That may actually force Zephyr away. But they should at least get this tower. There have been 2 buybacks. And we won't see any more. Roshan's available. He's taking reservations in his pit. First come, first serve. And he's serving only the finest cheese. All right, Zephyr, they did pick up a gem, I believe, up. JYU gets the grab on Aosin. He's disrupted, gonna stick around for a while longer. Sheep hitting Sexy Bambo. MP with an excellent ult. Down goes Bambo. Aosin looks to be the next target. Blitz with the Shiva's Guard. Can he kill off Febby? Indeed he does. It's a 2-for-1 trade so far. The fight, I don't know if it's going to be over. Purge caught between 2 heroes. Disrupts one. And it's going to scurry away. Where is Corey in all of this? That's the question. All right, well, Corey has the invisibility available still. I think Sky is the target. Yep, stun, dead. See you later. Nothing can be done about that. Bat Rider gaining control over the high ground, making sure that MP has easy access to the Roshan pit. The question is, though, will Zephyr be able to prevent this from happening? There's 3 heroes available on both ends. Death Prophet, Slark, and Shadow Demon available for Zephyr. Well, BirdGang, they do have the Bat Rider, and it doesn't matter because Roshan's dead. So scratch that. Well, despite BirdGang having unfavorable trades, except for that most recent one, they did get the Roshan kill. So that, you know, they're still in it. Look at the graph, just back and forth between these teams. BirdGang, they do know how to put on a show, and the same is definitely said for Zephyr. Still fairly even across the board. The thing to worry about is Nature's Prophet and Slark, when they get their next core items, I don't know if it's going to be enough for BirdGang, or I don't know if it'll be too much for BirdGang to deal with. They may just start dropping like birds. So many throws. This might as well be baseball. Very nice, Karanos. Kaharanos. That was funny. I saw that in the Twitch chat. Well, Sexy Bambo continuing to try to do a little bit of push action, but we still have all tier 3 towers online for BirdGang. They've done a really good job at keeping these lanes from getting too pushed. Now there's the scythe for our friendly tree lover. Our tree and sexy lover, Bamboo. The towers have taken some hits. They are weathered. Bamboo. A little bit in a risky of a place. He's just going to go ahead and move towards the top. BirdGang trying to make a gank attempt happen. Oh, they're moving towards Slark, and he senses danger, immediately jumps away. And all of a sudden, BirdGang is out of position, forcing some TPs home. The Centaur ult's going to be down for the fight. And JYU, he gets stunned. Corey damaging him up, but Sky keeping his comrade in arms alive for the time being. Corey enabling his BKB. The bat is down. Forward blink. Bebby, he's caught in the tether, but survives for the time being. And in comes the rest of Blitz & Co., but they've lost Corey. Or not Corey, they've lost Aosen, and they've lost Purge. So the supports are down for Zephyr, and BirdGang's only lost the Bat Rider. A heart recently purchased by Blitz. Oh, very nice. That was lucky from Corey. He's gonna leap away and Shadow Pacted out of that ultimate. That grip would have probably killed Corey. Actually, I'm pretty sure it would have. Question is, does Blitz have his ultimate? Will he be able to save this? And is Nature Prophet going the rat or what? Corey Sheep. In comes BirdGang. They have all of their members here. This could be very, very bad for Zephyr. Shadow Demon's back. He's teleporting into the middle. Aosen as well joining the fight. He gets a double stun off, hitting Tenbird and Sky. Down goes the Dazzle. That's going to mean no more Graves for his team. And Tenbird under heavy fire. Will he be able to survive disruption? Hits MP. There's a nice lasso though, but it's not enough. Aegis popped. BirdGang, they're losing this fight. Zephyr, they've lost one of their heroes. It's a 1-for-1 trade. So still looking pretty even. The Aegis is popped. Tenbird up to full strength once again. Disruption hitting Corey. And a lot of stuns. Tenbird low on health. Stun keeping him alive, but the pounce. It's good. Double kill from Corey. That's 3 dead and 2 alive, but it's not for long. 4 dead. MP, will he be able to survive? Only just barely. Buyback from Tenbird. What a disaster for BirdGang. The team fights just going the way of Zephyr. And BirdGang, they've lost their tier 3 tower in the middle. You really have to feel for BirdGang. They're putting up great fights. They're playing well, but Zephyr, they're making things happen. Their team fights are just going a little bit better their way. They have the Nature's Prophet that helps split push when needed. Look at this graph. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Zephyr once again, the pendulum swinging their way. And Bambo, he is getting pretty darn rich, already almost up to 5K gold. By the way, Game of Thrones season premiere, March 3rd, for those of you who are into that show or that style of Dota play. As MP's picked up some Boots of Travel, working into not a Desolator. He doesn't need the Desolator. He's got his Chrysalis online already. He'll have the Daedalus soon. Haste grabbed by Blitz. It looks like he's moving into a Scythe from what I can tell. He already has an Ultimate Orb. It's probably his next item. BirdGang poised to defend at their tier 3. I think Zephyr, the thing is, are they going to push? What they want to do, they want to try to get another lane pushed out really far with Nature's Prophet, which does look to be the top lane. Ooh. Monkey King Bar picked up by Bambo. The sexy man himself wants to do his best against MP and also make sure he has a 100% hit chance on the high ground. Slork looking to be building into either a Haven's Hellbrid or a Butterfly. I would imagine it's the Butterfly, but it could certainly, we could see some disables on his end. BirdGang position. Febby blinks forward. Oh, nice stun though. Counter initiation. Febby, he's going to stay alive. Out comes Nevermore's ultimate. Is it enough though? Corey in the house. One death hits. Oh, missing the dodge ever so slightly, but MP down he goes. No buyback available as well. And it looks like the Bat's next. There is a buyback actually from the Shadow Fiend. He has used it. But still, there's 2 deaths on BirdGang's end. And MP, oh, this is just going to turn into a dieback. Nothing can save him. I'm sorry, Shadow Fiend. Goodbye. See ya later. 10bird blinking forward. Gets a nice stun off, but that's going to be it. GG is called. Team wipe on all of Team BirdGang and Zephyr. I think this is like the 4th or 5th match where they have started behind, but when it comes to the late game, they pull it together and they get the win.